Dispatch, be advised. Martial law failed at the courthouse. Suspects escaped into Contraband Depot 9. Female rider with chain. One fugitive pastry. One blue-furred offender believed armed. Correction! Blue-furred offender may be out of ammunition! May God help us all. They ran through the rain with the sirens behind. Hope on the throttle with the law losing mind. Carl in the sidecar, poster held high. Muffin scratched out in a frosted blue line. They hit the old depot where the seized goods lay. Cookies in cages stacked away. Evidence labels, locks and steel. Everything stolen in the name of the real. The task force rolled in with the riot-shield wall. Cross-rolling pin stamped over all. Hope's lower chain at the lock on the track. The gate came down and split the three-pack. Carl under a crate, marked property sealed. Hope behind iron in the confiscation field. Two guns alone where the cold light shone. Reached for a cookie and found himself alone. Empty belt, empty hand. One last pocket in the waist of his pants. One last shape wrapped safe and good. The last cookie in the neighborhood. Two guns had one cookie. One cookie left. Last little mercy against his chest. Hope behind the gate. Carl beneath the weight and the steel gear grinding like a mouthful of fate. He looked at the cookie, he looked at his friends. He made a sound no monster should make. Two guns had one cookie and one choice left to take. Left cookie! Save the crew! It was double chip macadamia warm in his mind. The emergency cookie from a happier time. Saved through the jailbreak, saved through the law. Saved when he ate every crumb that he saw. He held it gently in his blue furry paw. A perfect little circle in a world gone wrong. Carl called out, two guns, don't you dare. A cookie like that don't belong in there. Hope said nothing from the cage in the rain. She knew you do not name another man's pain. The captain laughed from the loading bay light. Eat it, blue boy, you ain't gotta fight. The gear kept turning, the gates sank low. Cause evidence crate had nowhere to go. Two guns brought the cookie close to his lip. One terrible nibble would end all this. He shut his eyes. He gave one sniff, then whispered through a broken little growl. Cookie save friends. And he jammed it in the gear. Chocolate burst out like a brave little sun. Steel teeth choked and the gate came undone. Hope hit the floor, rolling chain in hand. Carl kicked free of the evidence stamped. Two guns stood where the cookie had died. Crumbs on the gear and a hole inside. No loaded grin, no victory sound. Just one blue monster staring down. Hope came over, put a hand on his arm. Said you broke the lock, you kept us from harm. He shook his head, said cookie gone. Carl brushed off wax paper, climbed right on. The task force charged with the warrant and yell. Hope said, boys in the lock, what the hell? Two guns did not draw on a living thing. He shot open jars till the room started singing. Cookies fell like mercy through the depot air. Freed people laughing, reaching everywhere. But two guns didn't move till Carl stepped near. With one tiny crumb he had hidden behind his ear. Carl had kept it. One little crumb from before the courthouse, from before the run. Not enough to replace what was lost. Not enough to make sacrifice small. Only enough to say, I saw what that cost you. Two guns took the crumb. Looked at Carl, looked at Hope, and said, Carl, good pastry. For once. Carl did not correct him! One last cookie, one hard choice. One blue monster found his voice. Crushed the chip, jammed the wheel. This is how the hungry heal. No more box, no more chain. No more mercy, sold as shame. Hope, two guns call. Nobody eats alone. Two guns had one cookie. One cookie left. Last little sweetness against his chest. Hope brave, sad pastry boy. The official report listed loss of Contraband Depot 9, loss of confiscated baked goods, loss of one mechanical gate, cause of incident, unanticipated moral development, in blue fared suspect, recovered from the gears, chocolate, macadamia, and one small piece of paper, written in frosting blue, he saved Gus. Never give her up. Nom. Call good pastry! May God help us all.